I'm TEMPHUiBIS here. So today I want to talk about the PS4, and I want to talk about the PS4 press conference that happened on the, was it 20th of February? Yeah, whatever. But I also want to talk about a certain situation, because I was planning to do a video before the press conference to give my thoughts on the PS4 in the first place, and I didn't really get to do that video because a lot of people were hyped about the PS4 and they couldn't wait to see that press conference, right? Yeah. To be very, very honest, I wasn't even hyped for the PS4. I was not hyped for it. I don't even think I even have any plans to buy a PS4. And I only watched the press conference because my friends were coming into a group Skype call, and it was a chance to get to speak to all my friends who I ain't spoke to for ages. So it was like, okay, let's just watch this and have it, and have a look. But there's a few reasons why, maybe a load of reasons why I didn't even care about the PS4 in the first place. Some things that I'm not even bothered about. I mean, the first reason I want to say is my personal opinion. I still think it's too early for a PS4. I really do. Yeah, the PS1 survived from 1995 to 2000. I think I got the dates right. And PS2 was 2000 to 2006. So everyone thinks it's an extra year, so that the PS3 was like 2006 to 2013. It seems to go up in that random pattern. But in my personal opinion, if I really sit down and think about it, the PS3, it doesn't even feel like it's getting old to me. It doesn't, I think the PS3 has so much things on it that, the PS3 has so much things on it that, really, I can see it lasting for another 5 to 10 years. I really can. It doesn't really feel like it's getting old to me. The only thing what people are probably saying that's getting really old about it is the fact that, it's the fact that the graphics are looking old, and people want newer graphics and want a processor fast enough to run graphics like that. Yeah, as you know, I don't really care about graphics. It's all about the gameplay to me, and most of the games that I play has bad graphics in the first place, because it just doesn't need good graphics. So really, it doesn't matter to me anyway about the graphics. So I feel the consoles could have still lasted a damn long time anyway, right? Yeah. Another reason why I'm not really too bothered about PS4. Now I know that the news, I mean, it's too early to state this, right? Yeah, but I don't know. I just have a prediction, and I'm going off on a limb here, blatantly. Yeah, is the fact that I heard how the Wii U doesn't allow you to play the downloaded games, like the virtual console games from the Wii. So that would put, and I'm thinking if they do that same with this, that would mean all the games that are downloaded on PSN, that they're not PS3 games, they're PSN games, that you download because you can play them on PS Vita, or some of them. Apparently you can't play any of them on the PS4. I'm hearing you might have to buy them again. Seriously? I kind of find that just, what's the point? Most of the games I play usually are the PSN games. So really, if PS4, it seems like PS4 would probably be more main for games that's going to be on Blu-ray disc or whatever the next disc is going to be on. But anyway, but for the fact is, there's no backwards compatibility yet, and I always think that backwards compatible is an important thing. It's one of the reasons why PS2 was so brilliant, because it just basically more or less did everything. And it's one of the reasons why so many people today, when they want to get a PS3, they want to make sure they get the old one and not the new one. Now, another reason that the PS4 just didn't, I was not really interested in the PS4, is because of a certain problem that I had during the PS1 days, and I thought the problem would sort itself out, you know, but it kind of never did, you know. It was a situation that there's loads of games that I like that no one else likes, which means it's just nothing to me, you know. A lot of people say, yeah, if you like a game, you play it. But there's sometimes when games are really good, but they're more fantastic when it's multiplayer. On the PS1, there was a game called Riot. No one liked that game. That was probably one of the best games ever, and I felt like I haven't actually played it to its max. You know, I haven't fully played everything out of it. You know, I probably would have if I'd have played 8 players. The game was 8 players. On the PS1, in the PS1 days, it was quite rare for most games that was 8 players. It was either EA Sports games or any other random. They were pretty rare. If they weren't an EA Sports game, they were pretty rare, an 8-player game. Riot was 8 players, and I couldn't find 7 people who even liked the game. So that just turned out to be whatever. Now, what one of my friends said to me was, "Oh, look, the reason why you're not finding people who don't like the game, yeah, it doesn't mean that no one in the world likes the game. Yeah, heck, you could be the only person in London who likes the game, and then someone else from another city, probably on the other side of England, likes the game. Hell, there could be one person in Kenya who likes the game, one person in Japan who likes the game, one person in St. Thomas who likes the game, one person in America who likes the game." You know, back in the PS1 days, that wouldn't matter, because obviously, how the hell was I going to play these guys? They're not going to come all the way over here to play, are they? So the PS3, the one thing that was really, really terrific, in my opinion, for that was online. When online came, I was a bit more happy about the PS3, because before the PS3 came out here, at one point I was not really showing too much interest for the PS3 either. I really wasn't, you know. You know, believe it or not, I wasn't too interested in the PS3, but when I heard that the games are going to be online, when I heard about how you can just go online and just download a demo, I thought that's wicked, you know. Because back in the PS1 days, we used to buy our demos. We used to buy a magazine that would come with a demo with it. It was like, so, but now with PS3, you just download the demos. You can actually see what games you like. You know if you'd like a game a lot more than, you know, if it was a game you never heard of, you know. So I was thinking, wow, that's actually terrific now. So if I find a game that I would like, that no one else around me likes, this game could be one that I'll play online with loads of people, you know. And there was a couple of games that I did get, you know, ones I really like. One of the games was Snakeball. And I just remember going online during the first week and seeing a couple of people online playing. I played a couple of games with those guys, yeah. And it's like that was the only time I saw people online on that game. You know, one time my cousin, he actually he never bought the game yet. It's because I logged in on his PS3 and then downloaded it on his PS3, so therefore he has the game as well. But he's done that to me as well. He's given me games as well. All right. He one time came online to play the game because he had nothing else to play. So, and I could tell when he was playing it, he was bored of it. It looked more like as if he was just trying to just play the game just to make me happy, because I had no one to play the game with. And obviously it still doesn't work fun that way, you know. So it just always gonna just keep turning that to the point. No one likes your games. I'd have thought that, hey, I probably would have been able to get to play certain guys in the other world who may like this game. But if no one likes the game, no one likes the game. So if I'm always in a position where no one likes the games that I play, what's the point? And if it's games that's really good multiplayer, then what's the point me even buying another console? It's like, it happened during the PS1 days. It happened during the PS2 days. I didn't think it was going to happen with the PS3. I gave it another chance. Now, it's just, that's the way. You know, no one's just into the games that you're into. There is still a few games on the PS3 that some people do play a bit here and there. There's still some games that I could get, you know, get a bit of fun out of. And there's a lot of PSN games I'm seeing online. I've been downloading the demos, and some of those games are really terrific. You know, might get a few people here and there I might get to play them with, but really, overall, if I have to really look at this in an overall way, the PS3 could have probably been a waste of money. Could have been a waste of money for me, even though I still have over 30 Blu-ray games. You know, it's like, usually whoever comes around my house, whoever I'm usually playing with, it's usually play 1 or 2 of these games. It's like, what's the point of having 30 there? Maybe this is just a situation of me just coming off games, really. Or, I'm not sure. But that's what I'm saying, yeah. I was not really interested in the PS4. I wasn't really hyped for the PS4. You know, I feel a bit more interested in a console called the Ouya. That console seems to be more games that's made for people like me. You know, games that I feel that's made with passion and not commercial, not just people just wanting to only make money, not being no creative or anything. That's my problem with the PS4. That was my problem with even being hyped for the PS4 in the first place. But like I said already, I thought I'd watch the PS4 conference anyway with my friends, and I was actually wondering, was I going to see something that was going to change my mind? Was I going to see something that would probably say, okay, I will buy the PS4? You know, the only reason why I would buy a PS4 is one reason, and probably one reason only at the moment, and that's Tekken. The next Tekken game that's probably going to come out on the PS4 might be a fantastic Tekken game, but once again, that's if I get it. That's if I get a PS4, you know. Now, so once again, I was watching things with my friends, and I gotta say, I watched the conference and I thought it completely sucked. Seriously, that's actually the worst games conference I've ever seen in my life. I thought they were gonna, I mean, they were showing more of the PS4 capabilities and what it will do and what you'll get to do besides playing games, but it was hardly showing much of the games. It did show a few, like about 5 or 6 games, but in trailers, hardly games, you know. And I thought one of the games had a cool little bit decent gameplay, if that was the gameplay that I was watching, by the way. That probably was an FMV. I can't remember what the name of that game was. It was one where he was chasing he was literally chasing the criminal, you know, using a bit of parkour and everything. That I thought that was okay, a little interesting, but the rest was just, what the hell? Seriously? The controller weren't all that, in my opinion. You know, I've always stated, yeah, we need that, they should try different controllers and stuff like that, yeah. And I always liked the look of the boomerang controller that they were gonna use, but in my opinion, I thought it was very, very, very not, it just wasn't interesting to me at all. Not this controller. But there's one thing that I've always wondered about controllers, and I've said this before. This is one thing, yeah, that I like about the Nintendo, and it's the one thing I always used to love about the old consoles, the Mega Drive, back in the days what really had old consoles. It was the fact that there was always different types of controllers, even official ones. You know, like with the Wii, you have the Wiimote, and then you also have the nunchuck. You know, you're gonna play in two different ways with certain different games. But then you also have another controller, which is the classic, the classic controller. So it gives you different controllers, different ways, you know, to play. You may be good with the nunchuck, or you may be good with the classic controller, or you may be good with the Wiimote, I meant to say before, and then you could be good with the Wiimote and nunchuck, and then it still gives you the option to use GameCube controllers. You may be good with a GameCube controller. You know, I like versatility like that. With the Atari 2600, which was a damn classic system, don't even know if some of you guys even know about it. You know, I always remembered all the millions of different joysticks that console had. You know, there were so many official joysticks, and there was millions of unofficial joysticks. You know what I mean? It's like proper versatility for everyone. You know, everyone could have what they would like. You know, certain things, so many different official things. And I can't see why the PS3 just didn't do this. Or PS4, should I say. You know, I can't see why Sony never ever thought about this. You know, you have one controller like this, and then a second controller, you know, the second controller could have been the boomerang, and they could have bring this controller in as a third controller, and then everyone would have bought what they feel that they're more comfortable with. You know, I remember the old NES had loads of different controllers as well. You know, so I never ever saw. I never ever saw, yeah, what was bad. Why couldn't they just do that? The PS4 controller didn't look all that to me. I ain't gonna say it's shit. I mean, I can't really say it's shit because I ain't even hold it yet. I ain't seen it. But looking at it, yeah, it did look like a toy. It didn't look real. It did, you know. It didn't even look futuristic at all, boy. It didn't look like it was brand new. It did look like a controller from like another company. It didn't even look like an official controller. But that's just my opinion. I can imagine. I know that a lot of people love the PS4 for how it looks. But another thing, what really makes this press conference really bad to me is why the hell did they not show the console? Isn't that what the thing was going to show? I thought they were going to show the console. They didn't show the console, the look of the console or whatever. I thought that's what they were going to do. All they just keep doing is just talking about what the console was going to have and this and that, and show trailers for the games. And once again, about what I'm talking about games becoming commercial, is that all the games that I just see, they just all seem to be the same thing. It just all seem, I mean, there seem to be games that base everything around the storyline and not much the gameplay. The game to me just looked, some of the games that I was just seeing, they all just look like, what's the word I want to use? They just look like interactive movies. Just, you know, they just look like movies. You know, not really much gameplay, and I just don't see much. I just don't see much creativity in the games. They to me just look like games that people just made for money, like as if one game did this, it succeeded, so keep making your games like this, like keep making your games like that game, you know, and then, you know, your game will always be brilliant. Never take a risk and try something new. That's always the thing I've been saying about games these days. You know. So these are just all reasons why I wasn't even impressed I wasn't even waiting for the PS4 in the first place. And the press conference, I didn't think I was going to be impressed with the press conference, but I didn't think it was going to be that bad. To me, that was literally the worst press conference I've ever seen in my life. This is from a Sony fan. I mean, you know, I bought a PS1, I bought a PS2, I bought a PS3. I was always a Sony fan to begin with, and I always used to love the games and everything and all that. And this conference was just bad. You know, I thought, seriously? Like I said, I don't know. Either it's just me getting off games, which is still hard to believe because I still play PSN games today. Like I said, like I stated to you guys already, you know, I still feel that this console's coming out way too early, you know, because there's still new games coming out today that I still don't mind playing and I still have a bit of fun with here and there. Probably would still be more fantastic if other people like the games as well, but oh well, I think that's just the way it is really. I just know that I'm coming off games pretty slowly, and with the direction games are going right now, I'm coming off them even faster than ever. And you know, a few of my friends are starting to come off the games as well because they don't like what's coming out. You know, all I can just say is that the PS4 to me just wasn't. I'm not impressed. I'm absolutely nowhere near impressed. You know, if I'm not even planning to buy a PS4. I need to see some real reasons. What do I need to buy a PS4 for? You know, I need to see some real reasons, and that is not a good. Though the reasons I've got so far, they are not good reasons. They need to try and prove me wrong. I'm telling you guys right now, I'm not in the mood to get a PS. I don't feel I'm willing to get a PS4. You know, something out there needs to change my mind, and at the moment, you guys ain't changing my mind. No way. No way. No way. So that's all I've got to say, guys. Yeah, thanks very much, yeah, for watching. I hope you're using the camera on my phone has come out well. I took the flash off, so I hope the quality's been perfect. So thanks very much, guys. I'll speak to you all later. Love who you are.